You know, Anthony, I get tons of emails all the time, and I'm sure you do too. And people are saying, "Well, look, we know the GMO thing is so bad, and we sometimes we have to go out to restaurants and eat, and sometimes we're exposed to it. I mean, we can't constantly just shut our family off from it." And they say, "What are we supposed to do? How are we supposed to detoxify our body? How are we supposed to stop the damage? Even when we stop eating GMOs, how are we supposed to get that out? How are we supposed to repair our body?"
And I think it's a good question because all of us at some point in our lives have consumed GMOs, whether we know it or not. I mean, we've drank tap water with a bunch of contaminants in it and stuff. And, well, you're Dr. Detox. You're the literal expert on detoxing. I mean, you're the guy I go to when I want to talk to about certain health, problems and detoxing and stuff. So they have their answer in you. So tell us how we can detox GMOs or specifically detox out the danger and damage of the GMOs.
Well, the first thing that you want to do is try to restrict all GMO intake. And that's the first thing I say. You have to look at the labels. You have to stop putting GMOs into your system because GMOs will start immediately destroying the intestinal tract. And disease starts in the intestines and health begins in the intestines. So what happens is I always start everybody with an oxygen colon cleanse. And then I use a product called Oxy Powder, clean them out really good, clean out their intestines because GMOs, it's been proven, the Bt toxin actually blows up the stomach of the bugs. So now they're finding in recent studies that actually has the same effect. Of course, the USDA and the FDA and everybody else said, oh, it doesn't harm the human intestinal tract, but it does. We're finding out. And what happens is when you consume GMO foods, it actually burns tiny holes through your intestinal lining. So big food particles and toxins can leak through into your bloodstream and wreak havoc on your system.
And that ties into irritable bowel syndrome, right?
It ties into irritable bowel syndrome. It ties into constipation. It ties into diarrhea. It ties into chronic diseases, acute diseases. And number one is it ties into allergies. People that have chronic allergies, the telltale sign is that they're eating genetically modified foods. And that's why we've seen since the introduction of genetically modified foods, we've seen allergies and food allergies in children skyrocket because kids, especially young children, don't have developed intestinal tracts yet to be able to block that and just eats holes right through. So the first step, eliminate GMOs from your diet. Second step, do an intestinal cleanse using an oxygen cleanser. Third step, once your intestines are clean, you want to repopulate those with good bacteria through eating organic kefir and organic yogurt or taking a good probiotic supplement such as Lateral Flora. Repopulate your bowels, start repairing your system, and then move on to a liver and gallbladder cleanse because you want your liver clean again and being able to produce the glutathione and everything it needs to keep your body healthy. Then after that, you want to move on to a parasite cleanse. And people think that parasites are worms, but a parasite is any type of organism, a bacteria, a virus, a mycoplasm, a fungus. People end up with high levels of candida in their gut as well that consume genetically modified foods. So we want to clean all of those organisms out of the body. And then after we finish the colon cleanse, the liver and gallbladder cleanse, the parasite cleanse, the last thing we do is we do a chemical and toxic metal cleanse. And that is because when you have these chemical toxins, these herbicide residues and all this stuff in your system, those can stay in your system for 6 months, a year, or even more. Those need to be purged out of your system too. And we wait to do that last because we don't want to pull a bunch of those toxic chemicals into the bloodstream without the liver being clean and without the intestines being clean so they can flush them out.
And let me tell you, I've done every single thing that you said, and I've used your products to do it. And people think it's such a challenge to do it. I mean, they're almost afraid to be healthy. But I can tell you, having done all of those cleanses, it's really not that hard. I mean, you have to have ambition. You have to have a desire to change your life and get rid of the GMO toxic effects. But once you do something like a liver cleanse with Livertrex, I mean, you notice the difference. Not only do you find things after you go to the bathroom that you aren't so sure should have lived in your body in the first place, but I mean, you genuinely start to change over a period of days and weeks and stuff like that. And it's amazing to me that so many people, come and say, I've been damaged by GMOs and, I'm hopeless. What do I do? I can't figure it out. You actually can reclaim your health 100%, 110%. You can be healthier. You can not only reclaim your health to before you were damaged by the GMOs, but you can go above and beyond that, because that's what you're hinting at and saying is that it's the GMO detoxification. You're getting rid of the GMO damage, but also it's all encompassing. So you're getting rid of all the toxic additives and everything that have compiled in your body for so long, not just the GMOs.
Yeah, everybody has a self-healing mechanism, and that's the main focus. A good doctor is going to address the root cause of your problem and not the symptoms of your problem. So it's not like, let me give you this and give you this without first cleaning you up and explaining to you what the situation is. Now, there's natural health practitioners that understand GMOs all across the nation, and the first thing they do for their patients is they take them off GMOs and put them on a strictly organic diet, and within 3 to 4 weeks, they have significant improvement in everything from allergies and everything else. Now, they use natural products on top of that, and they just get great results. I would say one of the best things that all practitioners, medical doctors, everybody can do is to take their patients immediately off of a GMO-based diet and put them on a certified organic diet. And you know what's great? I mean, people should actually start learning how to grow their own food. I mean, that way you can ensure that you're getting good, ripe, organic food, and there's a joy in that. There's a connection to the earth when you do that.
Awesome. Well, I think that pretty much covers it, and I think it's pretty easier than people think to detox GMOs, and hopefully they'll share this video and spread the word that you can overcome the negative effects of GMOs pretty easily.
Yes, you can, and you can do it very